Gulu in northern Uganda, or again in Congo, and talk to child soldiers. Kids who were 14 years old who had been taken into these armed groups and fought and had now come out. And I said, God, this must be so difficult for you, and what is this like, and what do you want to do, what do you need? And every single one of those kids said, I want to go to school. A lot of times you hear, when you talk to people about Africa, and you show them what the problems are, people say, well, look, we're just, giving them the fish, and, if you teach a man to fish, you know what? These people know how to fish. They need a pond to fish in. They need these opportunities.
Thank you all very much. Just a couple takeaways from this that I think are important. I think those of us who have had the opportunity to travel around the world, and particularly in the developing world, I have always felt that was an enormous privilege. And I think you have all conveyed something that is important for all of us to grasp. You've all talked in some ways about access. That it is not an absence of cash that is the critical thing, it is access. The second thing you've all talked about is investment, not charity. And I think it's very interesting that there was very little discussion of charity here. It's about how do you invest in processes that exist. How do you invest in the power that is there and its potential, and how, Ben, as you suggested, do you invest in where people want to go, not necessarily where we think they should. The other thing, there's this phrase used by the military all the time about force multipliers. I'd like to take it over to the soft power side of the room for a while, and I think you've all talked about those. Health, education, access to markets, technology, those are the kinds of things that if we invest in, we will see a tremendous return to the moral foundations from which we lead, I believe, but also in terms of the stability and security and dignity of the planet. So I want to thank you all for that, and turn to our next one with one word that Ben used, and that is inspired. When you think about global poverty, my own experience was to get really angry but really inspired at the same time. And as we move forward, I want us to talk a little bit about, for those of us who are committed, passionate, and inspired, what are the kinds of things that can be done and are being done, and that all of us can do. So if I may invite our second panel up to the stage. I think you can come up right here, and I will introduce you. My head. Okay. Oh, it's my neck. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you very much.